Hello and welcome to another episode of Pub Suds and Grubs presents
The Speakeasy.
The Speakeasy. What's happening, everybody?
Damn, that can is huge.
Yeah, what'd you do here? It's on steroids.
Yeah, I know. Look at a crowler, a 32-ounce crowler compared to a 16-ounce can.
Where am I supposed to put that?
I can tell where you can put that.
Man.
All right.
Well, somebody went to
Chilton Mill.
Chilton Mill Brewing.
Which is actually up the block for me. It's a Jersey brewery. Tonight we're doing Jersey. We love to do Jersey. We promise you we'll get some more out-of-state beers in here. But yeah, it's up the block.
We've been busy lately, so we haven't been able to get those out-of-state beers, but soon.
Yeah, and this one, I was there recently. I tried it out. Chilton Mill, let me tell you, I'm going to be completely honest with Chilton Mill. First time I went to Chilton Mill, I was like, it's okay. It's okay. But it was in the beginning. You know, you got to kind of let a business kind of establish itself a little bit.
Right, let them figure themselves out.
Yeah. It wasn't, by no means, it was good. It wasn't bad at all, but it was just not my cup of tea necessarily in the beginning. Maybe it's because I went in there and I was rushed and something happened. I remember being there. I was in and out because there's something going on. I don't know. But let me tell you, man, these guys are really, really producing some great liquid right now.
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Yeah, it is a cool spot.
Maybe they'll expand a little bit or something. Right? It's a small spot.
It's small. If they decide to ever move, I'll have to say I hope they stay local because it isn't far from me.
That's true. Maybe you don't want them to expand and move because you don't want them to go any further.
There's actually a pizza place across the street we get our pizza from, and every once in a while, I'll order the pizza like when I'm like right near the pizza place, and I'll run over to Chilton.
Yeah,
and I'll grab a couple of beers.
Sweet.
But yeah, what do we got here, John?
All right, so this is called Citra-Chinook IPA.
All right.
This is 7.2%.
Yes.
It looks good.
It does look good.
It smells good.
It does.
And let's try it out.
Yeah, let's see.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good, right?
That's very good.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, man, these guys are doing some good things.
I got a little pineapple-y on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the Citra.
Yeah, Citra. Citra's like a go-to for us, I feel like. Anything Citra, we're always like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the trend, with the Citra.
Yeah. I don't taste any Native American flavor, though. Isn't that Chinook?
Chinook.
No? Or is that Asian?
I'm not
I think it's Native American, right? The Chinook
I'm not
Indians?
sure. We got to study up on our hops and learn a little bit more on
the
that.
Chinook Indians of the western New Jersey.
Yes. I don't know, but yeah.
Cool spot. We've gone there a couple times after recording.
Yeah.
And had a beer too.
Yes. And they got some, I noticed when I was there, they had these cool hats, so I said, you know what?
You got one on? That's from them?
Yeah, this is from them.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I said, this is a cool hat, and I like my trucker hats, and snagged one. So, I mean, I paid for it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Guess we're not going there anymore. Good stuff. Thanks for going.
This is awesome.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Sometimes when we go, we like to record a little clip of ourselves there.
We do.
Were you able to?
I was. And you know what? Let's show it to everyone.
Play it for them now.
Right here. What's going on, guys? It's Ken from Pub Suds and Grubs. Right now, I'm at Chilton Mill. I'm having their Amidst the Pines, and it's a West Coast style IPA. Sorry, I had to cheat a little bit and look at the sign. But this is a first for me, so it's not one I've had too often. But awesome spot. This is in Long Valley, and let me give you a quick little tour of the bar. And yeah, this one is awesome actually, and I love West Coast IPAs. Little change up from the typical New England style. Awesome spot, friendly staff. You guys have to definitely check this place out. Yes, it was a good time. I was there with the wife and the kid, just for a quick one, and I was like, this is a great opportunity to film a little clip. And I'm sorry if it's a little loud in there. And
it's a cool spot, small spot. Sometimes small is good, though. Magnify small.
Yeah.
Sometimes small is good.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And I feel like these smaller places eventually do expand, kind of like Conclave. Originally, they were in that little
small spot.
That was way smaller.
That was, there wasn't even a spot to sit.
Yeah. Other half, other half went from like a tiny,
It's like a garage.
yeah, you were drinking where they were like brewing and
Yeah.
stuff. It was like a tiny, and they had that room that you buy the beers from. It was tiny.
Yeah.
And now look at other half. I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Now they got,
in
like 6 locations.
Yeah, they're in like all over the other states from DC to, obviously New York, and they're doing big things. So
Yeah.
I see these guys in the future definitely doing some big things as well.
Good.
These
Good for
are
them.
these are they're smaller batch, I guess you would say. They're not using like these humongo fermenters that you would
Right,
see
right.
like at some of these bigger breweries. But you know what, Chilton Mill, I think you guys are going to get there sooner than later, unless there's nothing wrong with staying like this either.
And they're in a little strip mall too, right? Is that
Yeah,
what it is? A little strip mall.
yeah. There's a strip mall. There's a
Can you hang out outside?
Yeah, they have outside seating
something?
too as well.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
So
I like when you can sit outside at a brewery.
yeah, hopefully that warm weather will come before we know it, and we'll be back out there, and it'll be nice. John and I once in a while will grab a beer, typically after our podcast, which we shouldn't do, but I guess it's probably better than doing it before.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't think there's any right way.
Yeah, we don't go too crazy all the time.
No.
During the podcast.
Yeah,
Actually, I had given my wife some of that beer before we poured it. I said,
actually, folks, it's empty now. You can hear it. It's empty.
I told my wife, I'm like, you're gonna have to help us on this one. We don't want to have too much.
Yeah,
And she's
because
like,
we
yeah,
would've drank it
absolutely.
all.
Give me some. Give me a glass.
We would have drank it all.
Yeah, so it works out. Plus, we're doing another beer on the show as well, which we'll talk about later. Another Jersey one. So, in the news.
Well, it's a little bit of old news, a little bit of new news.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago, we had a tragedy at a football game. We're a little late on this because we haven't filmed
No, we haven't filmed during that
ordeal.
Filming, yeah.
But maybe that's a good thing because we get to talk about the after effect.
Yes, we have great news about Damar
Hamlin.
Hamlin. Gosh, thanks for doing that, by the way. From the Buffalo Bills. Basically, if you don't know, which you should know by now, he was hit in a way where the helmet went right into his heart, almost right
into the chest. Yep.
Yeah.
Caused him to go into cardiac arrest on the field.
Yes,
Needed CPR.
very scary situation.
A lot of CPR for
Yes.
a while to get him going again.
And I had fear because they said, I guess maybe he was in and out of it because initially they made it sound like his heart wasn't beating for like 10 minutes. If your heart's not beating,
Yeah,
you're gonna be brain dead.
You're dead. Yeah,
yeah, basically.
I don't think it was that long.
I think I originally heard 9 minutes. That's what I heard.
Because
but-
I'm pretty sure. I think it was the trainer performed a lot of CPR, and I think they got his heart going again while he was on the field. And then
Yes.
the ambulance came in and took him.
Yeah.
But from there, they didn't know if he was going to
and
make
props
it.
to the trainer for that, man. I mean,
Yeah,
geez,
absolutely. That guy's a hero on that team.
To be able to perform things like that under that kind of pressure. I mean, he didn't just perform because he was trying to save his life kind of pressure. There was thousands and thousands of people, and this was a game that was all over America.
It was a big game.
It was a primetime game. Yeah,
It was a big game.
Yeah, so
I was watching live.
yeah, nationally televised. So, it's pretty crazy. He is out of the hospital now, right?
He's out of the hospital and he flew back to New York.
Okay.
I believe he checked into a hospital in New York.
Okay.
For a night or two, and
All
I want to say he's out of the hospital totally now.
Okay. Which is great news.
Yeah, the first couple days, I believe he was in critical condition.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't speak. He was able to write. And then his first words when he came out of it were, "Did we win?"
Did we win? Yes.
Which is insane.
Yes. So he knew. He knew what was going on. It wasn't like, where the heck am I?
Yeah. But he might not have known the extent.
Yes.
What was
Well, he knows
happened.
now. He knows
Now
now. And to see those players react the way they did, they were scared.
They were crying. You're seeing
Yeah.
grown men cry.
Yeah.
Athletes huddled in a circle. Both teams huddled in a circle so that I guess the fans and the TV couldn't see what was going on.
Yes.
So they built a wall, which is
Yes.
cool. Prayers. I'll say one thing, man. Prayers work, dude.
Yeah.
I think
absolutely.
this guy got more prayers in the last few days than he's ever gotten in his life. Because
God is good, man. Yeah, definitely. And I'm happy to see that he's doing all right now, So
power of positivity, man.
yeah, absolutely.
Power of positivity. It's a real thing.
Absolutely. And It's crazy though. With it, he had a charity, and it just shows what kind of guy that he is. And he had a charity that it was like a fundraiser that it went from like a couple $1,000s to like millions. Yeah,
millions,
unbelievable.
millions.
So that's great news as well.
He had celebrities and other athletes donating.
Yeah.
And they
Yes,
did good. They did
yes,
good.
because I think that was a general consensus. People wanted to know how to help in any way, shape, or form, possible. And, that was one thing that was instantly easy to get to. And we're like, hey, we're going to support this guy and what he's doing.
Because there's really nothing you could do for him.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? We're going to support him by doing this.
Yeah.
And it was very cool.
And I'm glad to see he's doing all right. And but the real question is now, John, is there enough awareness on this? Does the NFL do enough when it comes to the protection of these players? I mean, this was kind of a freak incident in a way.
It was a freak incident.
Yeah.
It was a freak incident. And I feel bad for the wide receiver, T. Higgins, on Cincinnati because he did nothing wrong.
No,
but
he didn't.
That's got to be a big burden on you.
Yeah.
I think on the defensive side of football, the NFL is, limiting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of calls now.
There is
and
a
we
lot
sit there
of
and watch,
calls,
like, especially why are you calling that?
Especially
And
protecting the quarterbacks.
we
yes.
complain a lot.
Yeah.
But then you get something like this, and you're like, all right, well, maybe those calls need to happen.
But once again, it was kind of a freak incident. Do they do, I mean, what do you think of Roger Goodell on all this, too? Do you think he responded in a timely manner? Do you think he took too long? Do you think he, to talk about it?
Yeah, I think it took a little too long. I
Yeah.
think it was just so chaotic at that time.
Yeah.
I will give props to the folks over in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Not one complaint.
Yes.
The fans that were there,
Yes.
they were more concerned about him than the game. The
Yes.
fans left the game, went to the hospital.
Yeah.
My props to the Cincinnati Bengals
Yes.
and the head coach on that.
Yeah.
They were quicker to react than the NFL.
Yeah.
They basically said, "Listen,
This is it.
We're not playing this game."
Yes. And I think it was almost one of those things like, I think they did the NFL a favor by doing that because NFL may have said, let's continue this game.
Yeah.
And they might have done something
They
stupid.
made it up for them. They made up the
Yes.
NFL's mind for them.
Yes. And it could have been bad for the NFL if something, they didn't make that executive decision to cancel that game. So.
I mean, because you have guys that break their necks, break their leg, break their knee, and the game goes on.
Yes.
But this was close to death, man.
When it comes to CPR and someone is just, if you don't perform CPR, they're dead. Yeah. That's it, basically what it is,
a lot of these guys break their neck, break their leg, and they give the thumbs up as they're on the stretcher leaving, and they're like, all right, he's good.
Yes.
This guy was clinically probably dead for a little bit.
Have you ever watched the movie Concussion at all or no?
No, I haven't.
It's interesting.
Is that Will Smith?
Yes, it's with Will Smith, our buddy Will Smith.
Keep my name.
I just saw, I guess Chris Rock was at the Golden Globes, and he said there's three things that you don't talk about. One of them was like, mind your business. And the other one was, I forgot, there was three things, but the third thing was, keep Will Smith's wife's name out of your mouth. Not Chris Rock. It was not Chris Rock. It was, did I say Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
And
it was Eddie Murphy.
That's funny.
Just to hear that, and I'm like, oh god, they're going to keep going on with this. But anyways, back to what we're saying.
I personally don't think there's anything the NFL can do for something like this.
Yeah.
Maybe give them a stronger chest protector. I don't know. I mean, I've been listening to sports radio all week, and people are like, well, they should have a collapsible this underneath, and they should have that, and blah, blah,
Easier
blah.
said than done.
How much could they keep doing? You're going to weigh these guys down. They're not going to be able to move.
It's going to be like the kid from Christmas Story.
Yeah. I can't put my arms down. Like, what do you want to do to these guys,
I know. Here's the thing, and here's the bottom line, I think, is at this point, maybe back then, things weren't protected as well. Things weren't. At this point, as an NFL football player, you can research. You can do your own research. You can see. Yeah. You know what you're getting yourself into. And that's the thing.
But I believe the money and the love of the sport will trump any, issue or like you said, you know what you're getting into. You know you're going to get hurt.
Yes.
But I'm getting paid a lot of money, man.
Yes.
I think I'm willing to take that chance.
Yes, and that's the whole thing. If you tell anyone, hey, you have a chance at an NFL career, you could do big things, but there's always that risk. You might break your leg. You might have
break
issues.
it twice.
Yeah. These are things. like once again, I think everyone at this point, you do know what you're getting yourself into, and the possible chance that you could maybe never walk again, get paralyzed. It's happened.
But on the flip side, you need to know when to stop and walk away as well.
Yes.
I mean, look at the guy, the quarterback for the Dolphins, Tua. He's had 3 concussions already this year. One concussion, he couldn't even move his fingers. He looked like he was dying on the field.
Yeah.
He's out of the playoffs now because he's just not ready.
Yes.
When do you say, you know what?
On that note, do you think Damar will be back?
I don't know. I mean, not this year, obviously.
Yes.
He does look like the kind of player and the kind of kid that I think we will see him again.
You think? Do you think...
If he's physically able to play, I think he would play.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know what the lingering physical issues are going to be going forward for him. If he makes 100% recovery, I think he's back.
Well, think about it this way. The guy's had a career for, I don't know.
I don't think it's long.
But he's made some money.
Oh, yeah.
He's made some money, and he'll make and he'll get more money coming to him probably.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing. Say he's got a couple $1 million, whatever. I don't know what he's made, but, they get paid well.
They do.
And he almost lost his life. If you were him and you got a couple $1 million already in your pocket, that's enough to make you can have a nice life. You can invest it, do whatever you want with it. Don't be stupid with it, and you'll be all right. Would you be done?
That's hard to answer because some of these guys, I mean, the game might be bigger than the money. The love for the sport. I don't know. I really don't know.
Here's the thing. You've had you cardiac arrest. That was the issue, and it doesn't with something like that. At least from what I feel, it's not like breaking a leg where your bone gets stronger sometimes.
Sure,
your heart will not get stronger after having that issue. It's not something that where you can recover. Like I said, you could break an arm and then your bone fuses together and it's stronger than it was before.
Right.
And a heart is just something. It's a different animal.
You don't want to mess with it.
Yeah. So who's to say he could be sprinting and all of a sudden something.
I mean, if he's medically cleared.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think I would do it.
Maybe he won't be medically cleared. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I would do it. I think that was my warning. That was my warning.
Yeah.
I think right there, and God just said, "Hey, we're giving you another shot. Don't be dumb.
Take a step back now."
Yeah, and that's the way I look at it.
Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life. You're young. You got some money. I'm sure. There's things.
I mean, man, yeah, I don't know. The lingering effects of football are insane. I mean, look at Junior Seau, all the stuff in his brain. Was it the CTE? Is that
CTE? Yeah. That's what the movie Concussion. That's
killed himself.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you got guys like Alex Smith, right? Broke his bone. The guy he was on.
Yeah, I remember Alex Smith.
Broke his bone. They had that whole ESPN thing about him. His leg they tore all the muscles off of it. Like, they had to reconstruct his lower leg. The guy wanted to play again.
Yeah.
And he worked his way back just to play a couple games, just to say that he could do it again.
Yeah.
And then he left.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the love of the game,
I don't know. And what are the long-term effects?
I would think that his parents would be like, no, or I don't know if he's married.
He's
or
a grown-ass man,
I
don't know. I don't know.
I mean, if it were my son, I would probably say you can't. There's no way. I would try to talk him out of it, but
yeah. But once again, he's a grown man.
He's a grown man. He's going to make his own decision.
Yeah, he's going to make his own decision. Exactly.
Unless the NFL or the doctors make it for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's scary, man.
It is. And I feel like the NFL is working towards, kind of getting.
Like I said, they're doing the best they can, but it's a freak accident. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
I know.
And I'm glad I don't have, you have a son. If your son wants to play football in high school, this is the stuff you got to deal with.
And that's the thing. And that's I actually wouldn't mind him playing, especially at his age. It's not like tackle football. It's not like kids,
not now.
Yes, exactly. But my wife's like, no football at all. So
you don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't. There's a lot, especially, I don't know.
It's a tough sport.
I guess when it comes down to it, like when my son does get a little older and he wants to pick sports and he says, I do want to play football, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to be like, just be careful. Maybe become a kicker.
Yeah, right? I mean, look at it compared to other sports. I mean, you got baseball. I mean, what's the worst that really happens in baseball? You got Tommy John surgery, you throw out your elbow.
Yeah.
you got a blister, you know, like
Yeah. But then it goes to, think about it too, though. Think about MMA or something like that, you know?
those guys that's another level.
Yeah.
That's different.
I mean, they're taking shots to the head all day.
You're beating the crap out of each
Yeah,
other.
they're beating the crap out of each other. Should, you know, is that the next thing? I mean, but here's the thing. I guess here's the difference is with football, with MMA, they definitely know what they're getting themselves into.
Hell yeah.
You know, with football, at least in the past, I can say, with football, a lot of these players didn't realize these long-term effects.
Well,
And
no.
what was going to happen.
Back in the 70s, 80s,
Yes,
no, absolutely.
They didn't realize that these concussions and these things can lead to things where people are killing themselves, you know, and doing things like cuckoo, you know?
I think Troy Aikman said he had like 25-something concussions or something like
Yeah.
that over his career. You're
Yeah.
like, that's a lot for your brain, man.
Yeah.
I had one, and I'm like, I'm still feeling it.
Yes. Just
You know?
imagine.
Can you imagine getting smashed every week after week after week?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I played football in 3rd or 4th grade for
Yeah.
about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I got dropped on my ass, and I said, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. I'm going to get hurt. This
Yeah.
ain't for me. I try not to get hurt.
My parents never put me in it. I never played, man. I actually wish I played because I enjoyed playing like in the park with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, and I always thought like I was always good at short sprints and
Right,
stuff.
right.
I think I would have been a good running back, you know, and but
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, that's such is life. I'm not
I
complaining.
mean, there's a silver lining, though. The guy's home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing him. So this is going to... We're recording before the Bills playoff game on Sunday,
Yes.
and this will come out after the Bills playoff game.
Yeah, so if we
I'm
missed
thinking he's
anything-
going to show up to that game to maybe pump up the crowd, pump him up, or be on the
Mm-hmm.
the jumbotron. Maybe sends a message,
Yeah.
which is a good thing, right? Because you want to see him out and about and living his life, and
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
So we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, with our recording, you know, we're kind of behind sometimes
Yeah.
on, and we're kind of late to things as well. But you know, that's our that's our schedule.
That's our schedule.
This is what we do.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think something like this plays into momentum for the team? Do you think they play...
Oh, absolutely. Did you see that
Do
game?
you think that's a real thing?
Absolutely. Did you see what they had? 2 run back touchdowns, didn't they?
One in the first play.
Yeah. I mean, that tells you a lot. Does
it, though?
I think so, man.
I mean, how could you play any better than you already play?
This is going to sound horrible, but if you were still in the hospital, the next game, you should have stayed at the hospital.
Yeah,
and then
right.
they would be like, let's do it again for him.
No, I'm home now.
No, I'm home. Guys, I'm home. He's still in the hospital.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm just having popcorn. No.
Now we got nobody to play for.
He's still in the hospital. We need to play for you. Oh, God.
I mean, it's a skill game. How do you get more skill by a freak accident?
No.
Or
It's adrenaline, John. It's adrenaline.
motivation?
Yes, it's motivation. It's adrenaline rush. You ever just feel invincible, like when you're playing a sport or something? Like John was an amazing bowler.
I was.
And he would when you were in the zone and you were trying to bowl that perfect game.
Couldn't be stopped.
Exactly. It was just you had that adrenaline rush. You were on point. You knew what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that I think with any sport, sometimes you just are so focused, so in it, so determined, like they are, to do these things that just not every football player could do all the time, And they're just it's almost like saying, before that guy caught the ball to run it back, he said, "I am scoring a touchdown right now, and I know it." Like Matrixy,
Oh, that's
you
good.
know?
That's good.
I
Hey.
know it. I'm going to do it. There's nothing that's going to stop me. Watch me,
But as a professional athlete, do you need that kick in the ass for that?
Sometimes. It's like having an off day. Sometimes you're not mentally there, and sometimes you are.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think that's
yeah.
it. I think that's it, I think when they're just so determined to do something, I think it's possible.
Well, I hope they stay determined. I wouldn't mind, as a Jet fan, they're in the same division as, my Jets.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Buffalo go. I
Yeah.
think they deserve a good run.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
Got good wings.
I mean, you think I could? So you say. I don't know. Your Ravens are there. But,
Yeah, Ravens are
your,
looking all right.
Your quarterback is acting like a little sissy.
Yeah, he's been like that, man. What is with him? Lamar is just kind
He's
of.
got a torn PC, and he's a free agent. So, would you? That's another question I'll have for you as I open this next one. Another question: Lamar Jackson, free agent, looking for a big contract.
Yeah.
Already has a hurt PCL, I believe.
No, I think he's a liability if that's the case, because it seems like that's the case.
But for him, do you start the game or do you say, "Listen, I can't get hurt again. I'm playing for something big. I'm about to get a big contract. If I get hurt in this one game coming back early from an injury."
No, I think he's doing himself a disservice by
playing?
by not playing.
By not playing.
Yes, because you're not just people aren't just buying you; they're buying everything. They're buying those decisions you make to play or not to play when you should be playing. If the next team could be, when their contract's up with the next team, they might be thinking the same thing. Oh, well, you saw what he did with the Ravens,
Right.
So who says he's not going to do that for us?
But I mean, he is an MVP. He
Yeah.
is, I don't know.
But look even last year, he should have been in.
You got all that money waiting for you.
Yeah,
and that's all you got to do is go in, half injured, hurt your leg, and then you're done for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well,
All to do what? Win a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Don't you play the sport to win? You play the sport for that Super Bowl. They're in the playoffs. You need to get your ass in there because that's the point of playing. If you're waiting out on a contract, people are going to know you're just doing it for the money and you're a sellout. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. That's that's my opinion. I think he needs to get his
I'm not
ass
going to say
in
I disagree with you.
Yeah, I think he's getting his ass in there. But
I don't think it's going to happen, though.
yeah, we'll see.
I think he's going to sit out.
We'll see.
All right. We have another beer, our second beer. And this is from Icarus. Icarus Brewing.
Stick in Jersey.
Stick in Jersey, down the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Licking Toads. You ever licked a toad before?
I have not, but is it good luck?
I've licked a few toads in my time.
What was her name?
Yeah, exactly. And we're dropping from a IPA to a pale ale.
Yeah.
And this is coming in at 6%.
6%.
6%.
That's
Licking
a nice.
Toads.
I like 6%. 6%'s a great number for
That's
me.
the wheelhouse, man.
I can do 6% all
That's the
day.
wheelhouse.
I think I enjoy that.
7.2 is good.
Yeah,
Once you
7.2
get
is
over
good.
8, you're kind of looking for trouble a little bit.
Well, let's give this one
Cheers.
a drink and see. All right, it's Icarus-y.
It is Icarus.
It's Icarus-y. Yeah.
Icarus is another one of those beers. You blindfold yourself and you put a bunch of beers up, you're going to know you're drinking an Icarus.
Yes. Yes. Which I don't know. I find myself not doing as much Icarus nowadays. I feel like a lot of their stuff is a little too sweet, actually, for me at times,
I'm not huge on Icarus.
Yeah.
I don't dislike them. I'm just not a huge Icarus fan. There's not a beer from them that really stands out at me that's like, oh, I got to get that. When they have like the drinking crayons or they have the...
We Want the Gold.
We Want the Gold. Although We Want the Gold is probably one of their better ones.
Yes, I had that one on draft in my house for
that's a good
time,
one.
Yeah. Power juicer.
But they're if you go to their brewery, you've been to the brewery.
Yeah.
They have a lot of options. They usually have like 25 beers on tap at least.
Oh, you can get silly real quick there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's in
and a lot of different kinds.
So the brewery's in Lakewood, but they are moving, I think, to is it Brick or Tom's River? Brick. Yeah. So they're moving to another facility. They're going to be doing bigger things there, and it's exciting. So
yeah.
It'd be nice to see him there. Not to say the facility where it's at now is bad, though. It's kind of cool.
No, but I think they're. It's not huge.
No,
it's one of those spaces that's not huge,
though. It's weird
because you could sit in the back. Where
they have a back room where all the fermenters are, and then they have the front area, which is not big at all.
I actually went there once with the wife and kids, and we sat in the back area, and the guy was actually brewing while we were there, and he had a whole box of sour peaches.
Dude, I got a funny story.
And he just dumped them in, and I was like, oh man,
that seems pretty cool, man. Just to see that and see what they're doing.
Nuts.
I had a funny story. I was there. And Lakewood's a very Hasidic Jewish area.
It's a little Jewy?
It's
Jew-ish? George Santos?
Well, yes, watch our last podcast. You'll know what he's talking about. And it was, I feel like sometimes just, I used to sell beer in Hasidic areas and stuff when I had my beer job and everything. And a lot of times it's just such a strong formation, religion. They're all very connected, and they almost seem like sometimes they go by their own rules. that type of thing. But so there was a Jewish man, and I think it was with his wife, and they had their kids running around the brewery, and I swear to you, the guy was giving his son the beer cup to drink the beer to.
Get out of here.
No lie, man. No lie. I was like, what the heck?
They didn't kick him out or tell him to stop?
I don't know if they saw.
Oh, I would have ratted them out right away.
I know you would have. But I was like, what's going on here, man? What's this guy doing? It was interesting.
Must have been kosher.
But yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah, they're nuts down there. Like,
that
Lakewood area is a little nuts.
So
remember when the pandemic came around? That area was like, nope, not us.
Yeah,
we don't care about no pandemic.
They were throwing bar mitzvahs and all that stuff.
No. Fuck your corona.
We're horrible. But anyways, that was just a quick little story about Icarus. But this is good, man. I like it. Yeah. Does it say the hops on there, John? Did you say it? Or
no. I
you want me to read it?
Yeah, I can't.
So this one is heavily oated and spelted Northeast style pale ale hopped with Zeus and Mandarina Bavaria, and copiously dry hopped with Lupulin Citra,
excellent
Galaxy, and experimental 06297.
I knew I tasted that.
You tasted the
06297. I knew it. We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to let's give us a couple months. We'll get Jay on too.
Yeah,
this is gonna be our homework. We're gonna try to call what hops are actually in the.
Yes, that was an experimental 06297 hop. Yeah.
They were out of the 09626, so they went with the 09627.
I personally like the 064.
Shipped from New Zealand.
Yes, that was on the donkey's back. That was a little bit bigger than the other donkey, and it was more flatulent. Anyway,
what are we up to in about a month? We just bought tickets.
Yes,
and
we did.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
It's been a while.
It's like Jesse Spano. And I just can't hide.
Oh, yeah, that was a sad one, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Was she on sleeping pills?
Yeah, she was on, And then she started crying.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
It was very emotional.
I remember watching that. I think I cried.
Emotional. And then I
cried.
Then she did that movie where
she did
striptease.
Striptease, is that what it's called? I saw that in the movies.
Oh, did you?
And then 100 times after.
Did you pull up Pee Wee Herman in the movie theater?
No, not in the movie theater.
All right.
Not till it came on DVD.
But yes, we are going to another
beer show, a beer festival.
Yes, the last one we went to
was awful. That was good.
This was good.
Yes, that was really good.
Yeah. It was at Bethel Woods.
Yeah.
Outdoor, summertime, a little freaking hot.
It was.
And it was a blast.
I had fun.
What's his... Bob Dylan's son.
Jacob Dylan was there with the Wallflowers.
Wallflowers, there you go. They were there. That was cool. I'm not a big Wallflowers guy, but it was cool.
I like them. Yeah. I liked it. I would go again. I think that was really cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. But now we are going to, what's it called?
Brewsology.
And
this sounds pretty freaking cool, man. This is at the Liberty Science Center.
That's what sounds pretty cool.
It's like 2 or 3 floors. And
if you don't know where Liberty Science Center, if you're not from Jersey, it's actually right. You could go there and stare at the Statue of Liberty. It's right.
By Liberty State Park.
Yeah, it's right
Jersey
there.
City.
Yeah, Jersey City.
Huge museum. Very cool stuff in there. And the museum's open while I don't know how they're going to do that because people, I know myself. I can't see how people aren't going to mess with the exhibits.
I've never been to Liberty Science Center.
It's pretty cool.
What is it? Is it like dinosaurs and stuff like that?
No.
Right.
More science-y.
All right. Am I gonna stumble into like an atom structure or something?
You might. I think they have like a New York City like train on there too. Like they just show stuff. It's cool. I took the kids 3 or 4 years ago.
It's gonna be
a shit show for them, I think, but cool for us.
Well, they have Brew at the Zoo too around here. That's at
Brew at the Zoo. Yeah, I've never been there. Turtleback
Zoo. Yes. Yeah. Where you're drinking and you're looking at animals and stuff like that. So
dumping your beer on them.
Poor lions got drunk.
But this is cool. I'm looking forward to this, man.
Yeah.
The beers, I believe, every time you go to a beer festival, they're usually like in one spot. You go from beer to beer to beer to beer. I believe this is spread out around the whole museum.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's exciting. And I think we're going to have a blast.
A lot of Jersey breweries, all our local. Icarus will be there.
Yeah.
Brick City will be there. Bolero Snort will be there.
It's got a good lineup. The Seed too, right?
The Seed will be there.
Yeah,
the Seed, probably one of the up and coming, already there. One of the top spots in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Alternate Ending is going to be there. A lot of places.
I wonder how it ends. But
we won't know.
Yeah,
we won't know.
We won't know. So that sounds exciting. I'm looking forward to it. We will definitely let you guys know how it went when that time comes.
We'll definitely take pictures and clips.
Yeah, but we're a month away from that, so
February 11th. If you don't know how a beer festival works, it's $50. You get there, they give you, I think, like a 2-ounce glass, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then all the breweries are set up around the place, and they probably have 2, 3, maybe even 4 options.
Yeah.
And you just sample. You pay $50 and it's sampling all day. Sample. It's power hour for 3 hours.
Yeah, basically what it is.
Food trucks or food vendors, usually some kind of entertainment going on.
Well, the cool thing is we went to the last we went to Jersey City wasn't that good.
Ooh.
We went to the last Jersey City Beer Festival was supposed to be at one location that was really nice, and then they at like last second.
The atrium. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Harbor Atrium.
It was postponed because of the pandemic, and then they moved it to like some parking lot.
And it was awful.
But the one that was at the atrium, remember the mochis? They were giving out mochis. Remember the cookies too? Bang cookies.
Yeah.
There was like these bourbon infused cookies, and
you remember at that one too? They were giving samples of whiskey or bourbon.
Yeah, that's right.
That was before I even took a swig of whiskey or bourbon.
Yeah, that was that long ago. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that was a good time, man.
It was a great time.
So we're really hyped about this. So yeah, that was cool. The samples. That was what I mean. What other cool things did you like that you've seen that have been at beer festivals?
I like a good beer festival that's got live music. I'm a huge music guy, so live music. I love options.
Yes.
I love that I can have a beer that, or even a beer that I've never tried before, or a style that I've never tried before. Here's a Doppelbock.
Yes.
You know what? Let me try it. It's 2 ounces.
Yes.
Let me try it. If I don't like it, I don't drink it.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you an opportunity to try something you might not normally have.
Yeah.
As far as bands go, so we had mentioned we went to the beer festival. We saw the Wallflowers there.
Yeah.
Atlantic City.
We used to go to Atlantic City one a lot. Yeah.
Do you remember who we saw that one?
We saw. I've seen the Used were there.
The Used were there,
and Father of Mine. They were there.
Oh, Everclear was I think more recently. There. Yes. And Rusted Root.
Rusted Root was
Send me on my way.
Wow. Send me on my way. Yeah.
So they've had some decent.
Now, that's the International Beer Festival in Atlantic City. So that's beers from all over the country.
Yes.
They say international, but.
Well, no, there's probably like a Vorsteiner there or something like
maybe.
that. Yeah.
This one is mostly. The beer list is pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
mostly local, I believe.
Okay.
So it's. And there's a lot of breweries.
Yes. Yeah, so it's exciting. So what else do you like? So the cool thing I remember from Atlantic City is they had I think they had what do you call that disco thing? It's God, this is what I'm going to sound old right now because I don't know the term for it. It's a disco, the silent disco. I think.
The silent disco.
It.
Oh my God!
Everyone's wearing headphones.
We didn't partake in that.
They had the thing where you could kick a field goal,
or dunk the. They had. It was a strip joint. It had their girls there, and you throw the ball, dunk them in the tank. Yeah.
Strippers are always good at a beer
Strippers
festival.
dunk in the tank. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be at this one.
Was there a mechanical bull or anything of that sort? I don't remember. I feel like there was some kind
There
of
could
bull.
have been.
Yeah, I feel like, gosh, there was tons of food there.
Now, my only thought on this one. So the last time I went in 2019, I went to a New Jersey beer festival at the Meadowlands Expo Center.
Okay.
Because it was winter, it was 90% stouts.
Oh.
And I got messed up.
Yes, and you had diarrhea the next day.
I don't even remember the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's not the case here.
Yeah.
I don't mind a couple here and there.
Yeah.
But,
Yes. So other half
see.
does the Pastry Town one, where it's like
I would love to go.
It's
to that.
all sours and stouts, which I don't mind a sour here and there, and I don't mind a stout here and there. But to be all you basically drink,
no bueno.
No bueno. Yeah. Not for my stomach. Maybe someone else's.
But what do you think they can do to make it even better?
You know what I want to say?
I always walk away with merch. Always.
Yes.
I always buying stuff.
Yes.
There.
Well, as you can see, I got a shirt here.
I might as well bring a bag with me or a backpack because I'm carrying around shirts and hats.
I want to see something. I wouldn't mind seeing like a door prize or like a 50-50 raffle where you get like, and it's so easy for places to do it, and say first prize is a T-shirt from here, say first prize is like a beer on a brewery every time you visit for a year, or something. Right. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Like I have a big bowl, and every time you go there to get your beer, or they give you a little the little raffle ticket. You write your name and phone number on the back. Yeah. They fill it up, and at the end of the show, they pick out. And, they pick out maybe say 10 names or 10 numbers, and they start throwing out a hat
and it
from
works
here,
out for them because
a 4-pack from there.
People will stay longer and they'll be enjoying themselves longer.
Yeah.
And I think like a 50-50 or a door prize or something of that sort would be cool.
Absolutely.
What else? What else do you think of, man? Anything?
I mean, discounts. How about, I go to the Brick City table and I get myself a beer. Now all of a sudden they give me like a coupon. Hey, thanks for coming to the table.
Yeah, 10% off. Or here's a free beer next time you come to our brewery. That's smart thinking. That gets you there. Because everyone knows you're not going to just have one beer when you go to the brewery. You're going to have a few.
Or a chance to win merch. Or 20% off a merch.
Yes.
Something like that.
I wonder if it's just, I wonder how the laws play into that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe that's why they don't do it. But yeah, that's something to consider as well.
Something really cool to draw you in. Something to make you go from the beer show at your table to your brewery.
Yes. To me, it's just smart thinking, You
don't have to give the prize right there.
No.
Give a discount for the next time, and it'll get people into your spot.
Yes. I think that's a cool thing to do. Or even like a raffle could be, they have food joints there, free meal at whatever, that's at here. Even if it's a food truck, come to the food truck, get this, get that.
How cool though! You go to the Bolero or the Seed, and it's like, hey, thanks for coming. Here's one free flight. Let's come check out our brewery.
Exactly. Why don't they do that more?
Awesome. Thank you.
That would be cool, man.
I'd be there the next day.
And it's free, so it's like I don't know. I think they can get away with that because it's free. It's not like someone's.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe you do, like you said, like a 50-50. Yeah. Let me pick the winner. Winner gets a free flight next time you come in. I don't know.
Shit, man. I wouldn't mind. Listen to this. I'm going to take this outside beer. I wouldn't mind if they did a 50-50 for like a 50-inch screen TV or something like that.
Right.
Have even more fun with it. Or a bottle of like Pappy Van Winkle or something. You have say they have the bottle sitting there and it's like, say it's like $20 an entry or something. And
they would make so much money.
Exactly. You have, say the festival can hold 3,000 people or something. I mean, and you're doing a $20 a ticket. The odds are not too bad for the person that's putting it in, and they're making a ton of money on it. So,
absolutely.
And just things like that. That would be cool, man.
Or even you buy your ticket online. Maybe your name goes into an entry.
Yeah.
And then the day before, they pick, hey, you just won VIP. You get to come an hour early. Mm-hmm. Something. I don't know. How about discounts on Uber? I'm going to Uber to the show.
Yes.
I'm not driving to the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to Uber to the show. How about, show your ticket or put this discount code in Uber and you get 20% off your Uber ride.
They should do that when you're buying the ticket then.
Yeah.
They should have something that says, so Atlantic City has done that with hotels where you buy the ticket and then, you can get a certain percent off the hotel if you mention Atlantic City Beer Fest 2000, whatever, They've had them in the past, that is. I don't know if they've done it recently, but...
Were you with, real quick backstory, I don't know if you were, I think we met you there, but I don't know if you were with us. Me and Joe Calabro, one of our buddies, were in Atlantic City, and we were going to the beer fest, and we hopped online to get a taxi outside the hotel.
All right.
And there was about 6, 7, 8 girls in front of us, and they ordered a limo.
I feel like I remember this.
They ordered a limo, and we were online for the taxi, and they're like, hey, why don't you just come in the limo with us? We have more room. And we were like, well, how much would it... How much? And they're like, it's already paid for. Just hop in the limo. Okay. Actually, no. I think we did contribute, though. I think we gave him like $20 each.
Yeah.
But we hopped in the limo. Me and Joe, I have a picture of me and him in the back seat like this, in the back of a limo, and we pulled up to the show in a limo. It was hysterical.
I feel like because I think every time you've been there, I have been there.
We've definitely been there together.
Yeah.
We've not always went at the same time, but we met each other there.
Yeah.
Well, we always stayed at like Bally's. You always stayed at like Tropicana.
Yes. Well, the one thing I could definitely say that I do like about beer festivals when they do have this, I'm going to sound like an old man again. I need water stations. I need them around. I need to hydrate
It
constantly.
could get dangerous if you're not hydrated.
Yes, you need to have your waters between your beers.
Yeah. It's 3 hours of non-stop drinking.
Exactly. So I do appreciate when they do that. I do appreciate when there's like the Bethel Woods when we went to, they had free food.
Yeah.
So that was included.
That was cool.
And then they offered, like, the bigger vendors sold their stuff. So sometimes you don't want a frozen burger patty that was whatever that they just heated up, or chicken nuggets that they just heated up that were frozen. Sometimes you might say, hey, there's a Cousin's Maine lobster or something like that. I want to do that, you know? Yeah. Just because it's free doesn't mean you're going to buy it, or, I'll get it, or, a lot of times you'll buy it. You'll buy something that's nice.
I like when you see people wearing their pretzel necklaces.
Yeah, that's a common thing.
You munch on your pretzel while you're eating, so you keep your belly
I just
full.
hope they're not putting on cologne when they're putting those things on, because that's going to taste pretty nasty, and all that sweat and all that shit on there. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's something to look forward. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be cool at Liberty Science Center. If you are a Jersey, someone from Jersey watching this, and you decide to go, look for John or I, and we will definitely we'll get you a beer for free.
Yeah, beer on us. Yeah, absolutely. I'll even take a picture with you.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool if we meet some of our watchers.
Absolutely.
But yeah. On that note, I think it's that time.
We're keeping it Jersey, apparently.
We are keeping it Jersey. So we've had Penelope on here. I don't know if I really dove into Penelope the last time we had Architect on here too much. Prior to this, I was like, I know they have Jersey ties. I want to talk about that real quick. So basically Penelope is two guys that were buddies, grew up as neighbors next door. And they have where they do all this magic, I believe is in Roselle, New Jersey. And they basically source the MGP. They have the stuff bottled in, I think actually at the Castle and Key. They have something with Castle and Key, actually, where they have it bottled. I don't know if they have some kind of thing working out with them.
So they store it here and bottle it there?
Well, I think so. It's MGP, so they get it from the old Seagram's. There's MGP, so it's all MGP. So it's all sourced. MGP is basically they have the bourbon there, and people do all different kinds of mixes. And these guys basically took a mix of three different bourbons that they liked that were MGP sourced. And they just, their own. Yeah, then they put it in different barrels. And this one in particular is called Valencia. It's coming in at 97 proof, 48.5%. This is their first batch of it, and it's part of the Cooper series. And it basically it's straight bourbon whiskey finished in Vino de Naranja casks. Okay. So it's going to be a little orangey. And
it is. The color's a little different.
Yeah. It looks a little lighter, maybe. And they're doing good things. We always love to support our local in Jersey, and to see bourbon like Penelope, which has been pretty damn fantastic. Most of the stuff I've had, and doing this, that's awesome. And we're always here to support our locals.
100%.
So John, let me pour these, and I want to see what you think.
All right.
I had some already. I cheated and had it the other day because I could not wait to try it. But there you go, Johnny.
Sure.
And I will have some more again.
It smells fantastic.
What do you get on the nose, John?
It smells lighter than other ones that I've had. It's not burning the nostrils a little bit. A little fruity.
It's not super high proof. It's not.
No.
It's under 100, so. I don't know if I'm getting the orange necessarily on the nose, but
it's a little fruity.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, there's something.
I think this is going to be sweet.
Yes, there's
it's
something.
Going to be sweet.
I think Grove. I think like.
Grove?
The groves, like peach groves,
okay.
Things like that.
I didn't know what you meant.
Orange Grove, maybe a little bit of orange.
All right.
I think we're going to get more on this taste.
Can we taste it?
Yes.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's good.
Yeah, it is really good.
That's really good.
And I definitely get more of that orangey taste on the palate there.
It's almost like an orange liqueur taste, like a
but not like crazy sweet orange liqueur
No,
or something
yeah,
like that.
no, like you know when you have like a banana milkshake and they use extract instead of fruit, you know what I mean, something like that.
Yeah.
It's not that
Not-
fake taste.
It's not fake and it's not overpowering at all.
I'm digging that. That's good.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of agua with it.
Yeah. I think the orange comes through more when you have that water.
Who's Penelope?
So basically, the one owner, his daughter, he named his daughter was, I guess him and his wife were trying to have a child, and eventually they found out they were having a daughter, and her name is Penelope,
Okay.
and they named it after her.
Very nice.
Yeah. So
Way to go, Penelope.
I think I read somewhere that they had mentioned that they liked that it was a little bit more of a feminine name, something that just brings something different to the bourbon industry,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't burn. Very smooth. I'll drink that all night.
Yeah, good work, guys. I hate to say it,
Then don't.
but I won't do it. I think this would be awesome in an old fashioned, and I hate to say it because I think it's too good a bourbon to do it in an old fashioned, but because of that orange,
Once you add that simple syrup and those bitters.
yes,
yeah.
yes. I think there's that hint of orange in there. I feel like it would be well, but I mean, on the price tag on this, I think it was like 80 something. I don't know if it's something I want to put in an old fashioned necessarily either.
So, I know we're running out of time and we're ending now. That's a thing. So there's certain bourbons that you wouldn't put in an old fashioned because they're too higher priced or
Yes, I would rather, because look at it as like putting something in. It's like putting something in Coke or something. You're adding these other flavors and you're distorting what you should be tasting.
Okay.
And I feel like some stuff you can't really truly appreciate what's in the bottle itself. If you're mixing it with other things.
Okay.
I think the way to do this one is neat. I think it's fine, neat. I think this would be great as a dessert with something fruity or something like,
A little after dinner drink.
I think like a something, maybe something with orange, or maybe like a key lime pie, citrusy.
Maybe like a Jello with some
Jello
cream?
with
I
whipped
don't know.
cream, even orange Jello. But yeah, I think this is good. Great work, guys.
I like it.
These guys are starting to really be distributed. Like
I do
think
see
they're even-
Penelope in a couple of liquor stores.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
do
they're
see Penelope.
actually kind of international now. I think too. I think
wow.
they're in other countries now too as well. But yeah, it's good stuff. Great work, guys. We're happy.
Always happy.
Always happy. On that note,
Shout outs today.
yes,
Obviously, Damar Hamlin.
yeah.
Shout out to
Glad
you.
to see you doing all right, buddy.
Good luck.
Yep.
Good luck to the Bills. Win it for them.
Go
Win it for
Raven-
the Gipper.
Go Ravens. But yeah, all right.
Whatever. I have no rooting interest in anybody right now. So
Yeah.
shout out Chilton
Chilton
Mill. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I really like that beer.
Yeah, that was really good, man.
I wish that can was half empty when we started.
It was half full.
Oh, see, I'm a half empty or a half full guy. I know. That's how it is. Shout out to Icarus, licking toads, another good one.
Yes.
Shout out to Penelope.
Not licking toes, licking toads.
Toes.
Yeah.
No, that's another platform.
Yes. Penelope, awesome work, guys. We like this variation here.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Shout out to all of you. We hope you get tickets to Brewsology.
Look
It's
for
February
us.
11th at Liberty Science Center. Tickets are $50 for general admission, $65 for VIP, which gets you in an hour early.
We swear we're not getting paid for this.
No, we're just going regular general admission,
We're
8
cheap,
to 11.
and we don't think we can last that long. So yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know I can't last long.
Yeah.
But, see us there. Tap us on the shoulder. Say hello. Have a beer with us. It's on Ken.
It's on me.
And as
Cheers.
always, cheers to you, brother.
Cheers, guys.
Later.